Hello, hello. We were planning on doing this video yesterday, but we're dropping it hot in the morning. If you're watching this right at 10 a.m., especially hit us with that big like and comment and be like, yo, first, show me some love. Big shout out to everyone that's been watching our videos on the channel. As of right now, it is 12:35 in the morning. We're at almost 3,700 views, 3,694 on the cast review video, and 467 on the breakdown of my visual Excel file. Be sure to go watch those if you guys haven't seen any of our videos. And this is our long-awaited rankings that Charlie and I have been doing. Charlie, what do you think overall of the videos that we watched?
Yeah, man, it's just something that we've always kind of talked about. We're Big Brother fans. We're been really into the seasons past couple of years, and it's all coming full circle because now we're ready to do a podcast throughout the season. And something that we've always done, but we've never kind of showed anyone, is we do our preseason rankings, which is what this is. So yeah, just sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. An example for season 17, I thought Jace was going to win it all. He went home first. And season 16, Brady thought Derek was going to win it all, and what do you know? He wins it all. So,
and keep in mind, whoever went home second that season, I thought was going to win the whole thing. Davon. I had Davon winning the whole thing, and you had Jason. So
sometimes we're doing.
Sometimes it happens like that, man. You never know. You can think people are gonna. Sometimes we'll talk about it, but people that play really hard in the beginning, they're either gonna win the whole thing or they're going home early because they're too hard. So I'm gonna cut over to a screen share now. You will not be seeing my beautiful face, so bye, people. I'm sure that's nothing you want to look at anyway. But pretty much, if you didn't see the podcast that I did, the little breakdown, I used this chart to basically guide me as I made my decision. Charlie didn't have the chart. He kind of just went on more or less gut instinct, right?
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, it's usually kind of the game plan, I'd say.
So we might as well count down 16-1. Let's see who the two of us have listed as our number 16. Charlie has listed Alex. Tell us about that.
She doesn't seem like much of a game player. That's what I was picking up. And
floater
not being
alert.
Much of a game player is something that can not do you well in the house. I mean, who knows? She can get in the house and be the best, but I wasn't getting the greatest vibe from her. And her interview with Jess, she wasn't the. I'm trying to think of the right word here. She was kind of annoying, more or less. So yeah.
Dude, that's fine if you say she was annoying. I picked Kevin as my number 16. Now, when I did my rankings, I basically chose people based on their ability to win the game. Now, if I cut over to my visual again, you'll see the ones that I listed as not having a check mark under physical or mental. And actually, someone commented on one of the videos saying Raven should have a check under physical, and I actually agree because I think in the endurance comp she's going to be a beast, dance instructor. So, but anyone that's listed as no physical or mental, you have to win competitions in order to win the game, because you could get to the final two, but no one's going to vote for you if you didn't win a single competition. It's pretty hard to win the game like that. So, at the very least.
Fair enough.
So, that's right, other Excel file. So that's why I listed Kevin as my worst, because I don't think he has a shot to win the game. I don't think he's going to win enough competitions. Looking at number 15, I have listed Elena. She's just happy to be there, man. She's just that personality. She's from Texas, and she's like, oh, my social game is on point. Everyone's going to love me, and that's how I plan on winning the game. I don't like people like that. I don't like floaters, man. Floaters are at the bottom of the list for me. Charlie, you put Jason, the lovable rodeo cowboy.
Yeah, exactly. He's different. He's a different guy, and that could work to his advantage, or it might not. And I'm thinking, it's probably not going to, because, the guy he was interesting to say the least. He's a very oddball kind of guy, and he might, sometimes the oddballs don't blend in the house. And yeah, I did not think he had the best chance of winning the game, so I put him at 15.
Very true. Number 14, Charlie, you've put Elena there. A lot of along the same sentiments, or as me, or
Yeah,
what?
basically, just like you said, man. She doesn't seem to know the game in and out. I mean, that's not a knock on someone, and I'm not acting like it is. I shouldn't have probably said that, but it's one of those things where just kind of like what you said. She's just happy to be there.
Yep. And I think Jillian's along the same lines. I think she's quirky and bubbly and all those things. She's going to get some people to like her, but I just don't think she has the heart to make the big moves, or if she does, I think they're just going to be the wrong moves. I just don't have a good feeling about Jillian in the least. If I look over here, I said Jillian won't rock the boat, but all bark, no bite. And if you saw the breakdown video, basically she says that she's going to be the big, basically, if you're a wrestling fan, she's the heel of the season. She's going to be the villain of the season. And when people brag about how good they're going to be in the game, usually they don't go far. Devin. At number 13, I've listed Ramses for the simple fact that he's 21 years old and he's going to be completely overwhelmed by this game. In his interview with Jeff, Ramses basically was just like, "Oh, I've got all these strategies, and I'm just so happy to be here." And I'm sorry, when it comes down to people having to be cutthroat, they're going to eat him alive. I think his inexperience is going to cost him, especially in this season with so many older guests, so many people in their 30s and 40s and
Fair
50s.
enough. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much my reasoning. Anything specific about Jillian that you did not like?
Let's see. Yeah, she just didn't seem like the most entertaining person, more or less, and I just don't think that'll, if you're not energetic, like a lot of these house guests are very energetic people, and I thought she just, didn't really.
It's easy to get lost in the fold if you don't entertain your
Exactly.
fellow house guests. Then you never know what's going to happen. Cutting to our number 12s. I guess I'll just start with this one. Basically, Jason, like you said, the thing that really caught my eye about Jason was I liked Jason. I had him really high. I had him up near like 5 or 6. And then when I watched that video with Jeff, and he said he's never watched a second of Big Brother. He's not a fan. He's never watched Big Brother. He's like, yeah, And Jeff said, do you have any sort of strategy? And he's like, I don't know, win the game, vote everyone else out before me. He's got no strategy, doesn't know anything about the game, and that scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, fair enough. This Cody guy, he's the Marine, or I don't know if he was in the Marines or if he wants to be or something. But yeah, he might be one of those guys who's going for the comps early and gets cut early because of that if he can't win it. Or gets
he said in his interview, he said he wants to win that first week.
Yep. So he might win that first one, then get cut the second one. So
it's completely possible. Coming in at 11, 2 new names, Raven and Megan. We've got some similar names at the bottom, but I'll go ahead. You start with Megan.
Megan, she kind of described herself as she wants to be the total bro, which is perfect. And she kind of described herself as a person who she has her challenge to win the game, and she's got this idea that she wants to get in there with the gym bro, and it feels like that's all good and dandy, but when it comes down to the end, if she gets in with this gym bro, the gym bro might beat her. So I just didn't think she had the best chance at winning. So
I agree. Raven, I have at number 11. You saw on my Excel sheet, it says she loves to cook, which is big. I think that'll keep her around for a while, but she's going to be that mid-game bottom of the alliance. She's just going to get cut. She's going to be the nice girl that doesn't want to backstab anyone, and that's going to be her downfall. So She's in the middle of the road. A lot of these people in the middle of our rankings, it's like we don't necessarily – what I did when I was going through, I had all their names printed up – or not printed up, but typed up on a Word sheet, on a Word document. And as I watched their interviews, I said, okay, do I really like them or really dislike them? If so, I moved the ones I liked up and I moved the ones I disliked bottom. So I had 3 sections. I had the ones I liked, the ones I was indifferent on, and the ones that I did not like. And then I basically made 3 separate layers of rankings within those, and it made my overall 16. So if you guys are making your own rankings, I suggest doing that. It worked out for me. I have Dominique listed at number 10. For the simple fact is we have no idea what she's going to do. She said she does not shy away from controversy. That scares me. And she also said she'll stay neutral. I think she'll be good in the mental competitions, but she might be one where she ends up rocking the boat a little too much. And I think she might end up she might have to win some competitions in order to save her ass in the competition. And I don't know. I don't think that's the way to go. So you have Jessica listed.
Yeah, Jessica, she seemed like a friendly person. She seemed, like a bit of a flirty person too. She was kind of flirting with Jeff, and that'll help her in the game, and I think it'll take her a bit of distance. Or a lot of these flirty girls do get cut first, just kind of her cast type.
Yeah. And
her thing is she wants to find the best male competitor in the game and run the house. And hey, kudos, hope it works. But
I mean, at this point, she's in the top 10. We're almost into her top half. So, I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't hate her.
Everyone obviously has a chance at winning. We're just going off kind of what their strategies are at preseason. That's what this is, preseason rankings. So, yeah.
Right, exactly. So, tell us about Ramsey's.
Kind of similar to what you said. The kid has a huge game plan, and executed. This might take him far, but he might just get a little too excited, and he's kind of cast as the nerd, and I believe he's also the gay one this year, another token gay guy. Yeah. He's one of the nerds, and
I mean, he said he recently came out to his brother as gay, so I don't think he's not even everyone in his life knows. So I don't think he's going to be that super outgoing, flamboyant token gay guy like we have seen. But still,
true. Yeah, he wants to kind of play this Dan Giesling game, and that's what Steve did too. So, hey, it might work for him.
Hey, we'll see. I had Megan pretty much along the lines of what you said. When I look at her over here, the big thing, she, quote, has the tendency to get paranoid.
Yeah.
You got to keep your cool in the game. There's going to be a week where she says something wrong and she just gets kicked out for it. And then maybe the veto is a physical competition and she's going against one of these physical beasts and she just can't win it. And I think that'll be her eventual downfall.
True.
I have Alex listed as number 8, much higher than what you had her.
This is actually kind of
yeah, look at that. Our number 8s and 16s are flipped. Which is funny. That means they made the top half of one of ours and the bottom half of the other, both of them. I think if there is a floater, this is the only reason. Like if you look at the ones that I said did not have physical or mental comp, Alex is the only one that I ended up putting higher. Like the other 4 are my bottom 4 that I've listed. I think Alex is going to be the one that the guys latch onto and bring. She's very likely a top 3 candidate because people will just take her and take her and take her. And, that's just it.
Yeah, what you kind of just said just kind of works for kind of my opinion of Kevin. He's the older guy this year. And you know what? He seemed like a really friendly guy. And he seemed like someone that they're going to get along with. He might be older than everyone else, but he doesn't really act like it. He's got this. He's really a dressed up guy, and I think it'll carry him a long way. Who knows? He bust out these things at the end. He was the hunk of 1980 or something. So, hey man, kudos to you.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. At number 7, sorry, I got a text. I just went a little silent. Tell us about Cameron.
Yeah, he had a big strategy going in, man, and he seemed like kind of like a likable kid, and people might be afraid of him, and that's why he's at 7 on the list. They might be afraid of him. They might try and cut him early, but I think his strategy is so big. Or I don't know if big's the right word. He just has this really
bold
strategy, and I like that. So I put him a little higher on the list.
That's true. He's a game player. At this point, our top 7, top 6 are going to be the people that we think are really going to play the game. Cody is someone that I had ranked higher. But once again, his interview really just kind of knocked him down for me. He comes across as very kind of scatterbrained, not really put together as much. I think he might be easily manipulated, but I think he'll be great in the competitions, and I think that he'll get a lot of people on his side because he's very likable.
True.
People from here on out, I think, are people that can win competitions, which is key. And then I had Cameron listed at number 6. I think I like him, but I think he's a little too cocky. Watching his interview, didn't he come across?
Cocky. Yeah.
Didn't he come across as pretty cocky in his interview? He said, I'm going to run the house. I am the smartest person in the house.
Hey, man, we might have a big showdown between him and Ramses. So that'd be cool because they're both the nerd type, I guess you could say. So they might have a massive nerd showdown.
Hey, possibly.
At number 6, I have Raven, and the one thing I really liked about Raven, she had this in her strategy for winning the game. It was she has no problem backstabbing. You got to make big bold moves, and the Big Brother motto has kind of been, take it for what it is. You kind of want to lay low your first couple weeks, right? Do this and that, and then she says she wants to then turn on like the Sour Patch Kid in her and make her attack. And you know what? Her being a dance instructor, people they might underestimate her. I think she might be good at competitions. Who knows if she's going to tell them she's a dance instructor. But, yeah, she might be underestimated in competitions. And that might carry her very far. She might win them when it matters.
Number 5. I think it's me, right? I have Christmas. So she's going to be the comp beast out of the women. She's going to own all of the women in all the competitions, except maybe Raven in the endurance competitions when it gets to that point. She's going to be the comp beast. She's going to go toe to toe with the men in a lot of these competitions. And if she latches herself on with either men that are stronger than her, or she gets like a bunch of the women on her side that are weaker than her, I think she has 2 ways she could play it that would be beneficial to her. So she has a lot of strategies that she could go with in order to win this game. I really like Christmas.
True.
Tell us about Mark.
Yeah, man, he's the personal trainer. He seemed like a nice guy, and he might be targeted early because of that personal trainer. And I think he has a good chance to do well, especially in the competition area. And if you're good at competitions, I think that gives you, like, I should say, if you're good at competitions on paper, I'm just kind of going based off what the guy does for a living, and he was a football player. And I think that has a better chance of carrying you further in the game than others. You know what I mean? So. Oh, yeah. Likability and maybe athleticness, for me, kind of carries someone further in these rankings, if you can kind of tell. So.
Oh, yeah. At number 4, you have Dominique listed much higher than I did. I had her at 10. Why do you have her at 4?
She seemed just really, really likable, I thought, in her interview. And she seems like the kind of girl that I think she was talking about cardio. And, they call them endurance competitions, Big Brother. They're a big part of the game. So maybe she carries that, and she's very smart, by the way. She's a government engineer as her occupation. I didn't catch she said something about her actual job, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, she's basically contracted by the government to make various things, like basically what we're saying on the cast reveal.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm down with it.
Oh, same. I have Josh listed. I can't put him any higher than 4 because he's going to piss off a lot of people in this game if he keeps going down the road. He seems like he's going.
He seemed fun, dude.
Josh is Devin.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come in. He's going to just make everybody mad. And he's going to have to win competitions, and I think he can do it. But one of those weeks, his luck with comp's going to run out, and they're just going to get rid of him. Or he's going to be an early backdoor candidate.
Oh, yeah. They love their backdoors early.
Uh-huh. So it could happen. Who knows? Hey, look at this. We both have Matthew at 3. For me, at this point, I mean, top 5, we think they have a very good chance to win the game. So,
yeah.
Matthew, really cool, down-to-earth guy, just like how Paul was. He's going to get along well with the men, women. He's athletic enough to where he's going to be able to win some competitions. If he can get rid of some of the strong guys and become one of the physical beasts in the house, one of the best physical people around, he's got a real shot at winning the game. What about you? What'd you like about him?
Yeah, he seemed fun and like he's. I'm telling you, being a fun person in that house can carry you a long way, and he is athletic. He did like some. I think he was talking about like some fitness stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, man, as he just has that personality, kind of like Dominique right under him. I don't know. I feel like people are just going to genuinely get along with them. You know what I mean? So carrying very far in the game.
I agree. Tell us about your number 2, Josh.
Man, this guy, this is the kind of players I personally really like. He just seems so fun and just I don't know.
He's hyped up all the time, bro. If you watch wrestling, Mojo Rawley.
This guy, man, he's going to be fun to watch. Maybe I ranked him a little higher because I am going to be excited to watch him just because how crazy he's going to be on the feeds. But, hey, that works too. Evil Dick, and I think that who he said it was his favorite player, by the way.
Yep.
And, Paul, they were both just really fun on the feeds, man. And, yeah. Go ahead with Mark.
All right. Mark, I think, is my favorite player in this game. I love Mark. I think he's fantastic. I raved about him in my video before. He's got the physical and mental ability. He's friendly. He's not gonna rock the boat. His only downfall might be that he cares too much and gets cut off at the end. He stays a little too loyal, but I don't know. For me, I think he's my favorite player in this game. I think he's going to do amazing. That's nice. Pretty much it. I think Mark's just a great guy. And then my number 1 is someone you had all the way down at a 10. I have Jessica. Her interview really impressed me. A lot of people think she's just going to be your standard, just ditzy hot girl, just the stereotypical hot girl, but she has a plan going into this to latch on to one of the guys in the house, which I hope is Mark. I hope that my top 2 can work together and go all the way in the game. She's smart. She's not going to necessarily stab anyone in the back, but she's not afraid to. Whereas Mark is so loyal, I think they would be a great pair together. Who knows? They might work together. They might not. But I would love that. Yeah. You have Christmas as your number 1.
Yeah, man. This CrossFit trainer, she has just such a likable personality. And as my rankings have kind of just gone through this, she is so likable. And the fact that the CrossFit is almost as elite level of fitness as it gets, right? So, I think she's going to be a competition beast. Hopefully. You never know. She could flop too. What was that?
But at the same time, the men might underestimate her.
Exactly. So, yeah, I was impressed by her. That's why she's number 1. So yeah. Yep.
And who was the guy? Which one was the guy in the video that said he wants to find a beast? He's like, well, we've never had like a beast of a female competitor, but if there's one of those, I want to latch on with her and like go all the way.
True. I personally can't remember, but yeah.
I think it might have been Cody. I think Cody was the one that said he wants to find. So keep your eye out for Cody and Christmas to end up working together. But that's our rankings. Please show. I guess I'll put our names up so Actually, I think I have them at the top.
Yeah, we got B and C, man. That's
we go.
what matters.
Brady and Charlie. So these are our rankings. Put your rankings down below. Be like, yo, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Friggin',
exactly.
Elena's gonna win the whole thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, make your case why Alex 16's mental.
I like when that happens.
And then we can go back to this, and when it's all said and done and Christmas wins, and I'm laughing in everyone's faces, we can come back to this.
But once again, huge thanks. We started the day at 221 subscribers and ended the day at 274. And these videos are doing so well. I really appreciate everyone coming and watching. We're at almost 500, almost 4,000 in one day. That is fantastic. If you're not the biggest wrestling fan, who knows? Maybe watch the podcast. Maybe if you like watching these, maybe you like watching ours. But anyway, that was our rankings, the Visokii Gaming pre-show rankings for hashtag BB19. Tweet at us, follow us on Twitter, hit us with the like, hit us with the subscribe, hit that little bell icon. That way you know when we go live, because we're going to be doing weekly episodes. And comment below. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Peace.